Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, Alfonzo Ratliff. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the world cruiserweight champion, Carlos Sugar de Leon.
That's really interesting. It's a cruiserweight fight, so...
Well, a couple of good heavyweights, too. One that Angelo's been here training, Pinklin Thomas, for his upcoming fight on the World Cruiserweight Championship. As I said, it range between 176 to 195.
To wear new shoes the night of a fight. So I'm going to see if there's going to be any problem, because those shoes are heavy as the devil.
And there was the
champion, Sugar de Leon, as you can see. Ratliff's always had problems. He get nailed with a left hook very easily.
Real advantage of that by sticking out a jab or trying to get any kind of...
That right hand out. Ratliff at this point looks very tight to me.
De Leon is content to move backward and in a circular fashion around this Riviera.
Don, you notice the height is not that big a deal.
Or be his principal weapon to get things established with those long arms. And his opponent, the champion. But the champion is so fluid and can move as we're inside a minute now of time. Bodies, they were in a clinch.
Set up for it.
There's the jab by De Leon coming out now as Ratliff misses with the right hand. Good hook thrown by the champion, De Leon. Very, very much in control against this man with the longer arms, unwilling or unable to use them so far, and this is the first of 12 scheduled rounds. That first round. De Leon, the champion, looking much the best from every aspect in terms of boxing skill. Good shot.
He was asking for that because he was reaching with the jab. He should have been
the jab out there, and he's going to get hit with that right hand over the jab.
Bangs away now with the right. Lost for twice in his career, a record of 19-2. The champion, 38-2-1.
I'm glad that neither one of these prizes is banging into the ropes, because these
Vegas are looking for a temperature of 110 here tomorrow. So
Carlos, that was a great cutting them off at all.
Exactly.
He's kind of playing follow the leader in reverse.
You know, De Leon is moving towards his right hand. I think what he needs to do, his body, is possibly could set something else up with that. But right now he's doing much else.
Ratliff tried to set up a...
He's the champion, and the champion better not get lazy though, because we'll definitely chase him all over the joint, and he's game as they come.
He's been trying to do a little bit more coming 4 minutes of this round that he has so far in the fight. But again, De Leon, the champion, still very much in command here as we approach Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico. And you wouldn't recognize this man a few years ago, Ratliff. He weighed 263 pounds. Now at cruiserweight at less than 190.
Before we got off between the rounds, you said something very sharp, because you said two heavyweight fights took an awful lot out of Alfonzo Ratliff. He does not have the speed to contain the champion right now.
Now he's got De Leon tied up for the first time in the bout over on the rope, but is taking it to him. Looking more impressive here than he has thus far. The challenger, Ratliff, putting on a spurt and a flurry early in this third round.
The only shot he's got, what he's doing right now.
Using those long arms to score with a fine combination there. He may have been a little tight the first couple of rounds. Maybe he's got his bearings in there now.
Leon has no business being on the ropes with this guy. He should be moving, using that jab, and setting up his right hand and left. And that's
a looping right, another one thrown by the challenger Ratliff. De Leon seems quite content to stay there, but he's paying a price. Couple of snapping left hooks. There's more spring now in the punches of Ratliff, Angelo.
Well, naturally, and the bigger guy is Ratliff. De Leon's a smaller cruiser than Ratliff.
And rather convincingly at that.
There he is against the ropes where he should not be. You know, I talked to De Leon prior to this fight, and he told me that he wants weight. He'll get a shot at one of the big boys, and he's making a big mistake right now.
12 pounds, you become a light heavyweight, and it's a long way up to become a heavyweight. So what do you do? Right now, he's just trying to hang on.
He started off at 260, and right now he's De Leon back up, and
he sure is making him back up. We saw in the first couple of rounds here.
Loose. He's starting to pressure him more, which is the only shot he's got fighting like that.
He'll throw the overhand right. He'll jam the uppercut in. He'll work to the body. He's throwing just about his...
Now.
got to go back to that service station in the corner as well as the third. After the champion, Carlos De Leon, on the eyebrow of Ratliff. I wondered for a while of boxing, and I was chuckling as he went through those first two rounds. May not be the best in the history of the game, though.
Because I think this fight right now is dead even.
I agree with that.
The cut is just reopened, and that might give him some problems.
And how troublesome that cut will be. The more blood now pouring from the right side.
Shots there, and he wobbled with a couple of them.
De Leon coming on a lot tougher now, and no doubt knows that he has to. Does his job and cautions the two of them. To a brawl, and a pretty good one here as we get down to the final few seconds of the fifth round. It is scheduled for 12. Found the cut beside the right eye of the challenger, and that
Punish him, but he should not be taken.
well, the cut man has done a marvelous see the substance there to try to contain it.
Ratliff's cut's been well. They don't better start doing something because that's a vicious cut on his eye.
Mark of this is the sixth round.
Carlos, you move, sees that jab, and it's starting to bleed very badly.
Yes, bleeding quite profuse at the moment. But as he turns, you can see the blood from the...
And then bring it up.
Yeah, the first two rounds were simply training camp for Ratliff. Now he is turning it loose. Looking very impressive again in this round with his hands, and of course the cut on the eye of De Leon is a big... Good looping right hand.
His mouthpiece was dropped on the floor. Lucky that Taco found
Right hand.
And this crowd, Carlos De Leon again. Ratliff seeing
He just did.
the shifts his movement there now. A more superficial cut sustained by Ratliff about 3 rounds ago. Of use, it becomes a question as to what the corner can do, how long they can...
It's going to get licked.
And move.
That cut a little bit under control. And he's starting to control it, Carlos. So just long, but any good shots will reopen.
Here against an aggressive challenger, took the action to... De Leon set him back a couple of steps. He was stunned by that shot, and a good chopping right hand follows a left.
Very bad cut on his left eye. Much worse than De Leon's.
There's a shot on him now. And De Leon is now he's jabbing at it. He's going for it.
Cut previously, that of De Leon is holding up nicely here. Both hands utilized well with speed by Ratliff. He said this week he will not let this opportunity for a world unfold. Up for grabs right now, but a very aggressive challenger continues to take it with both hands to the champion De Leon.
Get on the ropes and take shots like he did.
The test to determine if he keeps his championship. As De Leon has been by his. The better of the two at the end of this bout.
De Leon's corner is the only way he's going to get away from a Ratliff because he really did.
Channel 9 WR-TV in New York City with us on the network tonight.
He wants this title. He's showing here that he wants it. He wants it.
Yeah, there's no question De Leon possesses the greater skills, the greater mobility in the ring, but that desire made its mark here and made a difference in this bout perhaps.
Eye still bleeding.
And on it goes by the challenger Ratliff.
We're looking at one, they might be looking at another one.
Well, what I mean,
You know, we're close up and watching them grab.
Ratliff the right, the left, and the right again.
And De Leon, who takes a real good shot, wobbled for the first time. Backing off, the legs were unsteady.
To decide this title. Fires a good left hand. Hard shot to the body, good left thrown by the champion to Ratliff's face.
Right against the ropes. He's in real bad shape.
Good right thrown by Ratliff.
Giveaway. So Ratliff is not that great a shape physically either.
He is coming at him with those long arms from scoring him 3-1 here in this round. Maybe more. 1, 2, 3 more, and they're good scoring blows. Hard punches thrown by Alfonzo Ratliff. With a minute to go in the 11th round. He's all over De Leon and the ropes above us. Chopping right hands, telling the toll. De Leon paying the price, staying in that corner.
With his shoulders and working the angle, throwing the hook, go step into the other side, using the right hand uppercut. He's
Great 11th round for challenger Ratliff. Now De Leon counter punching. Great action here for the cruiserweight championship in Las Vegas. The 12th round coming right up. It's been a great one. A slow starting Ratliff, the challenger.
If I were Ratliff, I'd just keep on grabbing and pushing him. There's De Leon, and he's hit him around with the top.
Impressive, but as Carlos said, the heart of De Leon, the champion, showed up in the final 30 seconds from off the ropes in the 11th round. I'll tell you this, they're both delighted it's not going 15. Ratliff with a good chopping right hand there as we're inside the distinguished himself. He's taken it to De Leon here, and it looks very much now as though it'll go to the hands of the three ringside judges. We'll have the decision after a word from your local station.
And you.
So Alfonzo Ratliff, who promised he would not let this